Is it permissible to have a credit card or apply for a credit card knowing that I'm going to be signing for a contract that says you need to pay the riba or the interest in case you could not pay it full? What if I paid all in advance? I paid all full basically. In this case, am I still allowed to have a credit card? Obviously, it's one of these contemporary issues people they deal with. Does the rules of riba and interest apply to it or not? The answer is actually yes, it does. Meaning it is considered a contract, a loan of an interest loan. That's what the credit card is based off. You basically borrow the money from the credit company or credit card company, and then you pay it off afterwards. So if you delay the payments, you're going to start paying interest, and that's why it is considered haram in essence. However, the ulama of our time, Muslim scholars, they look into this as one of the situations that is considered haja, not necessarily necessity. Because for some people, it's a necessity to acquire a credit card because they deal with a lot of online, let's say, trading, or even they're frequent travelers that require a credit card to be with them to rent cars or hotels or anything like that and so forth. And debit card might not do the job for them. So therefore, considered a necessity for them to survive in their job line of profession and so forth. Other people, it's not necessity, but it's haja, which means it makes it convenient for them to acquire things and deal with them and so forth. So as a result, the ulama, they say, and the haja sometimes tantamount to the level of a necessity. Al-haja can lead to the level or reach the level of necessity. So based on that, I would say it's a case-by-case scenario. If the person is in need of having a credit card, then yes, in this case, they do so. However, when they do so, they need to make sure that they pay the balance full before it starts accruing any riba or any interest. And they need to make all the arrangement to avoid, paying a riba at all. And also, if they need one credit card, they should not be applying for 10 credit cards. One should be sufficient for them, inshallah wa ta'ala. What about the contract, the condition that you sign off, that says you are signing and agreeing on riba? The ulama, they found actually a solution for this in the hadith of Barira radiallahu ta'ala anha. When Barira, she was at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, she was actually a slave, a female slave, that Aisha radiallahu ta'ala, she wanted to purchase her from her original owners to set her free. And one of the back in the day, a system of wala, which is basically allegiance. It has some technicalities to it in terms of financial benefits and so forth. That if you free a slave, that allegiance belongs to the one to you, because you freed that slave. So when Aisha, she was really purchasing her just to set her free for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, the original owner, they say, we give her to you, but one condition, that we keep the wala. If you set her free, we take the wala from you. Aisha was upset when she told the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet ﷺ was very upset as well. He goes, you know what? اشترطوا لهم الولاء. You know what? Fine. Tell them, fine. I'll give the wala to you. But فإن الولاء لمن أعتق, because the default happens when you set her free, is the wala comes back to you, even though they think that it's going to go to them, but it actually goes to the one who frees that slave. So eventually, from this narration, some ulama, they made analogy that it's actually even if you put that condition of riba or interest, then the makhraj from it, which basically finding a way out of it, is if you need it, then in this case, as long as you make sure you make the arrangement to pay in full, inshallah ta'ala, you should be fine bin Allah Azza wa Jal as a concession and a rukhsa. Wallahu a'lam.